It's time to go live. I'm live, and come on in. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. I'm getting things set up, and yes, I said I would try to come on at 10, and now it's 10:33. So, but I'm back and for a little bit, and yeah. So the video I just did before, it was a quiet time where we could reflect and talk about the passing of Pam. So if you didn't get a chance to look at that and you just want to listen and reflect, you can do it. The video is up. Shout out to the mom, all my other bears. The sound is good. Vicky Black, I see you in the chat. Please be respectful. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. So, it's Night Talk, and what am I going to talk about tonight? This morning, or actually, it was like this afternoon, wasn't it? Almost. It was like this morning, and I ended in the afternoon. So about an hour. Yeah, a little over. I talked more about that video. The video that Nosy Whole Life had created on July the 10th. And I think I covered just a little bit of it. Yeah. I did make parts 1, 2, 3, the meltdown. All right. And I haven't played that yet. You say that was fire. All right. Yeah. So in those videos, I keep saying it. I know it sounds redundant, and it is. I don't know what I don't know. And it takes, a little digging and looking through these breadcrumbs to see what we missed. And we missed a lot. Good evening. I see also Baby Juju, Fly High, Cups of Conversations, Rare Groove. There are a few of you out in the bushes tonight. Yeah. So what did you think about that? Lana Wilson. And the avatar that was used. Yeah, it was right there in front of us. I truly think that that belonged to D for D. Yeah, that was her. I mean, who else had it out for Nosy Whole Life 2 days later? You know what I'm saying? So 2 days later, after this person appears and refers to Nosy Whole Life as a transphobic person, then they create a video and they talk about that too in the beginning of the video. So yeah. And so that kind of makes me think that there is something else that we should be looking for. I mean, if it's in those videos, and I think it is, D for D was on the scene well before she started her channels. I absolutely think what is Rare Group says. Let me finish. I absolutely think that she was watching the night that Nosy Whole Life had Monique Tobert on the panel, or that Monique Tobert called in. So, Teddy, could you clarify? Is it Lana Wilson or Alana? I've seen both. I've also seen Wilson Lana and Alana Wilson. Yeah, same thing. On the one that did not had, it was Alana Wilson, Alana. On the strike for me, Alana. Yeah. So you probably want to know, oh, all right. So this Lana Wilson, could this be someone different? Right? I think that, is that what you're kind of asking? Or were both used? I've seen both Alana Wilson and Wilson Lana. Let me see if I can find anything or pull something up from my email. How about a little song? A little track. And, or can you hear the sound of the fireplace? The crackling? So you don't mind if I'm looking and you just listen to the fireplace. Let's see. Okay. No, I was just looking at an email. Since I was looking at my email, I see someone sent me one. But let me do. I'm going back. On the email that I showed you, this was one. It was Alana Wilson, okay, with an A. All right. Here's where I get the Lana. Okay. I'm just going to show you. Look at the email that is used. I just, hang on. And I'll blow it up a little bit so you can see it. Oh, she might say. Let me do it this way. I got it. Let me put up a cover. I know I made it big enough. um, Lana. Lana. 158. Lana. Lana Wilson. Lana. Lana Wilson. Alana. You know, I I could show you a number of things, but for me, I've seen enough that I want to say it's interchangeable. Yeah. One, it was on a Nosy Whole Life video, right? We know. Two, Daniel Robertson has used Lana Wilson, Alana Wilson, Alana Wilson, Lana Wilson. The email address that was sent or used on the YouTube. Yeah. Wouldn't it be a very high coincidence if a Lana Wilson with an avatar of a movie script, it's that person to me. And yeah, I could show some other things. Yeah. That Trolls Nosy Whole Life, as a witch hunter. And I could show you also a post where, this, her first video and other videos. Yeah. But long and short, it's Lana Wilson, Lana. When I saw that, I said, that's, it, now looking at the name, I said, that's what made me stop. That's what made me pause. Is when I saw Lana Wilson. I said, I know I've seen that somewhere before. That's Alana. That's Danielle. That's her right there. Like as I said, a light bulb moment. Yeah. So, Rare Groove says, it's funny, Lana Wilson is an independent filmmaker. Oh, so you did a little looking? Oh. There's some other things. But I know are you saying that tongue in cheek? Yeah, okay. Let's put that fireplace back up. Okay, there we go. You know her work. All right. And what do you know? There is also, I'll just say, someone else in that line of work. Film. Yeah, film. Um, are they in the north or are they in the south? It seems everybody's in the south. They're making films, right? Are they in the south? I don't know if that was a yes for me. It was. It would have been. The creator, the creative arts and film. It's not me. Didn't she also use Alana Wilson email? Yeah, King World. Hear her. Let's see. There was a Williams and a Wilson she uses. All right. A Williams and a Wilson. Hmm. And what is this? MMM? Mm. Yes, she has used, but she definitely has used Alana and Lana Wilson multiple times. And the other one is Ashley. So, yeah, I knew there were two A's. So there's Alana and there's Ashley and there's Williams and there's Wilson. Yeah. Yes, she's also used male names. Oh, she has. I have the male names that she used too. I included one of those in my lawsuit. Yeah, that was mentioned. One of um one of Nosy Whole Life's videos, and then it was struck, and then it was, yeah. You could go and look it up. Hmm. She has a lot of aliases. A lot. And there's also, it's kind of here's a little, another pattern that I've seen around her. I'll say others around her. What they will do or have done, because I've seen them in the Nosy Whole Life videos. Let's say the person is named John Smith. So that's a common name, right? Avatar 1 is John Smith. Avatar 2 is Smith John, or a Twitter handle, or a social media handle. So they just, flip-flop things around. Same person. Like change the avatar, reverse the name, or drop one. Here's another thing. Yes, they drop a letter. They drop the first letter. Switch it around. Yeah. So that's another thing that I've seen them do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like when they created the Tales from the Cult, fake social media account. So they spelled it Tales from, but they dropped the O. So it'd be Tales FRM the Cult. So this is what they do. And I say they because she was part of that. Yeah. And when I say they, I could be referring to, you know, I could say the ones on the party line. So usually when I'm saying the party line, that's um, at any one time. Let's see how many on the, like, I call it party line. Maybe I've seen at any one time like maybe 10 people in a conversation, part of that. But the dirty 40 is truly the dirty 40. But now, well, she's opened up the door. So, once I started the dirty 40, then she took her Twitter account, and you can't, unless you know who that was, it's like however many people are now. Yeah. So you say ironic, isn't it? And they are the cult. More like the trolley line or the trolley line. Yes. Instead of the party line. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, okay, so y'all want to know? Y'all want to know? Come, 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 come. Didn't you always say that? Was it you comes? Like say come come? Let me keep going for just at least a moment. Yes, you say it'd be one person using two accounts in the chat. Yes, that too. hmm One person, yes. Yes. And how they do it and keep up with it in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, they're busy. But I guess that's real trolling. Yeah. But that's how I um paused on that, because it was Lana Wilson. And then when I look a little further, look closer, makes sense. That's who else do you think that was? That's Lana Wilson. Yeah, I think. Yeah, she had a number of troll accounts already made. A Nosy Whole Life account as well. Yeah, that one was created in 2020. Yeah, just sitting there waiting to be used. But it was created. Yeah, it's the one that I think has like 3 videos up still. Yeah. hmm So what else do you think about that? Yes, real trolling. So again, so while you're thinking or asking questions, um, now I got caught. I'm reading your reply to Cups about Tasha K never replied to her regarding that strike. Um, so in those videos, she said there were 17. Why 17? But she said there were 17, like like families, or 17 names or persons, or that were dogs. Hmm. And that, we'll never figure it out, but the breadcrumbs are there. And she's still here. She or whoever that individual is. Some things have changed, but some things remain the same as far as, methods or approach or, yeah. So it's someone, and she had her eye on Nosy whole life. I think, well, before. I think it could have been before Monica, because, Nosy Whole Life had those classes back in, what was that? At the end of 2020. And people that were on the party line, yeah, had signed up for Nosy Whole classes, at least 2. So how did she get Nosy Whole Life's class material and then, post it to her website if someone didn't pay for it? So she had it. She posted. So someone close to her or her obtained it through, paid for it. And once they paid for it once, then I guess they could, disseminate it to anyone else. Yeah. So I believe she was around. I believe she was trolling. I believe she had multiple troll accounts, just like Black Rabbit had multiple troll accounts and was trolling Nosy Whole Life in 2020. Yeah. So Black Rabbit was in Nosy Whole Life's videos, and so was Danielle. Yeah. And somehow those two got together. Yeah. Yeah. And happened to be involved in the takedown of Nosy Whole Life. Yeah. Familiar with it, talking about it, bookends. Big part of it. Black Rabbit interviewed Monique Tolbert. Yeah. She interviewed Marcella. Yeah. Sonny was there right with her. Yeah. She gave the warning on June the 23rd. The calm before the storm. Yeah. She was up on Monica's panel. Yeah. She said she didn't, follow Monica and didn't know anything about the, that part of that franchise until she did. She didn't watch all about the tea until she did. Yeah. No. No. I think they all knew each other. Yeah. Because she was in touch with Danielle 1 week after she came to YouTube. Yeah. It's dated. And people that were with Monica followed over to Black Rabbit, followed over to Danielle, moderators, all that. Yeah. Followed over to the party line, followed over to the 40. Yeah. Same people. Close. Yeah. Now, I always wondered, Chameleon, he was part of the 40. I've already told y'all that, right? And he was a big troll. It's like, how did he get... He was right there at the beginning. He was. He was always on the thread. He knew what was going on. Yeah, King Chameleon. How he found himself, but he was right there always. hmm Singing his little songs. Remember? Making those videos. Yeah. Um, and he he was definitely he made a post and he said that him and others were working to take Nosy Whole Life down. Yeah, I've shown that one. That was early on. And he was in communications with Black Rabbit and all the rest of them. Yeah. Early on. When people first arrived. Yeah. So, how'd that happen? People that wanted to take Nosy Whole Life down, all of these people somehow came together under that one idea, under that one goal. And have had each other's back. Yeah. I mean, literally, they have. As far as, I just wish I could show you guys some of this stuff. That's why I so easily say it and freely, because I know I've got the receipts. So there were a number of people working together. It was never alone. No. It might have appeared that way when she said, I'm solo dolo. No. No. And you know what? Blaine. There, if we say it, how many times do we need to say it? 1, 2, 3. Blaine was in touch, and she was, how did Blaine find herself? On the party line sometimes. Yeah. But she was kind of like, I don't know why I think of her like this independent over here, but she always was informed or, saying thank you or somebody sending her a tweet or two. Or she was included in it, or a message sent to her, or she was sending messages to others. And yes, I'm talking about, why I can still talk about Blaine? One, she still has my name up since 2023 on her. You can go to her Twitter account. Yeah. She still has the name of her account is my first, middle, initial, and last name. And then an at. And oh, by the way, then she has Ann Danny. My full name. And then she puts ampersand and Danny. Why? Why does she still have that up 2 years later? What was I getting ready to talk about when she came over to my channel? Conveniently. What did she get upset about? Talking about that. Getting ready to read parts 1 and 2 of that Tammy letter. Tammy. Yeah. So yeah, Blaine Greenwich, who was in touch with Black Rabbit every day practically. So how'd they get together? They're sending, you know, back and forth every day. Yeah, I talked to Black Rabbit too, but I didn't know she talked to Blaine. I didn't know any of that. Never. Never. We never talked about that. Never. I didn't know these people. I didn't know she was doing all that. She had this network of. I had no idea. Mm-hmm. Mm. Now, I could say something. I could. What else? What else? Because, see, if I start talking, I'm going to. Because you just caught me. It's, what, Monday night? Mm-hmm. Old beefs just going away like it was never a beef. Yeah, those two. I could say. It's like something I want to just say. Let's see. It's not me. By the way, it's not me. Anytime I've done like shorts after, somehow, what we use to do the shorts, it likes your face. Your face will come up if I put you up. For some reason, it'll pick up something and make a short out of it. Yeah. Anyway, All About the Tea still has 8 channels. I'm talking about StreamYard. About 95K subs, right? I think so. I haven't looked. But no content. But still talks to trees weekly. I don't even know. That part I don't know about. Or at least regularly, from what she said and showed. I didn't know. They really think people are stupid. I didn't know that. Yes, you can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Yeah. Are you talking about here? Are you talking about trees there in that comment? Let me go up. All comments and opinions are allegedly. Why didn't Daniel ever go up on Monica's panel? I don't think I've been able to find anything where she has. No. No. And that first video that she made, I'm not talking about the nosy whole lot, when she was saying she was going to leave, and then John Yates, made that that word, and she decided she had to come to the mic. Well, she basically, was talking about John Yates there, talking to him. But she told Monica something like, and if I find out that you had anything to do with X, Y, and Z, basically you can get it too. So she knows who Monica is. Danielle knows who Monica is. Because remember, she can dox a pink circle. But no, what I'm saying is the way she was speaking to Monica is like, you can get it too. Now, you can't get it too unless you can get to that person either through their social media or, right? So it seemed like to me, when it came to Monica, like there was a push and a pull between those two as well. Like, okay, it's like unspoken truce of some sort. Or I don't cross you, you don't cross me. I'm here, I'm doing this or that. Like some type of respect pack or something. I don't know. But that's the way I've always perceived them. The same thing with Blaine. If Blaine isn't this, because Blaine knew too much, was around too much, was in showing up on the party line. Ooh, no. Unless you had something to do with things or were that close or trusted, why would they? This stranger Blaine? Come on. This person who said that's all she did was just, it was a group of women that sipped tea and crumpets and, watched all about the tea. Yeah. Okay, y'all keep believing that. Yeah, could have been, some women sipping on tea and crumpets, the others that are across the ocean. Yeah. Because there are several over in the UK. Mm-hmm. They are. So they seem like they have one on, I won't say on every continent, but definitely. You got some South American connections and you've got your European connections, UK. Yeah. I would not be surprised at all. I might let me just be quiet. What else? All affiliated. I think she likes the two guys, but opposite, if you know what let me go up and see what that's about. Yeah, because I could just be. Let's see. Or maybe you're just having a conversation and I'm just looking at. Sorry. Okay. Just seeing if I. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it just a little bit because there's just something. There's something. I don't. Shandava and OKP and Tasha, all affiliated. Hence, interactions somehow. That part, I'm not so sure the robot part. It's very plausible. But Shandava and OKP, yes. And Sean, or I call him Shandava SDW, said that Danielle, he said, she looks good. Mm-hmm. He knows she looked good. So I've played that video, right? Sean Davy way. Yeah. How would he know? How would no really? How would Sean Davy way know how Danielle can make that comment? He knows she looks good. How does he know unless he's seen her? And why they're so close? And so close with OKP too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at all this, y'all. Hmm. Hmm. That little circle. But Sean Davy way, he kept his, I'm going to say, like the saying, keep your nose clean. Like, make sure that you don't leave any paper trail. He made sure he wasn't on that party line. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Whether he was getting information or not, you want to see his little footprints, unless his little footprints were under a different name. No. But he knew what was going on. Mm-hmm. Because how they all get lined up, how they all go from they were once, But I guess it's the YouTube, it's a business. That's what it is. It's a business. It's business, I guess. I could, because at one time, wasn't it OKP and Jaguar, right? They were close. Y'all don't remember that? They were in Vegas together having pancakes and brunch and all of that. Friendly. Yeah. And then, Jaguar, right? Come back and all that. Legina, and then Shandava got that interview with Legina, and then he, somehow connects Legina to Jaguar. And then he turns. makes a petition. And then he like holds up his hand. I didn't do anything. I was, she came to me. Legina, she came to me. So, once Jaguar Wright touched it and things start getting a little too messy for Shandava, then that's when he knows the smart thing to do is back away, keep his distance, and make sure he can't be pinned down to anything. There's always people like that. Always fly right up under the radar. And keep relationships that benefit. Yeah. So, Jandava, he's smart, right? He used to talk about Tasha K like a dog every single day. Every single day for a period of time. Now he's sitting up there and he's on the panel next to her. So this is YouTube. This is YouTube. It benefits him, and maybe, that's how it is. Yeah, just look back at all of it. Yeah. Rare Groove says, SDW interviewed Jack's son, Sam. Danny covered it, followed by Tasha. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to say something. Not the spaghetti. Who's the spaghetti? Oh, Legina? Lasagna? Is that what y'all call her? Lasagna? Laguna? Legina. Mm-hmm. AT2 was just in her old room at Genesis' house. Yeah, what's that all about? Where did I see that picture? I can't even remember. Was that on a post? Let's see. Sunset. Yes, that's why Teddy's video on Lana Wilson avatar is interesting. Mm-hmm. Me too, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Oh, you want to say something too? You know what? The picture that I saw of Jaguar Wright when she was fixing like a brunch. Apparently, I mean, I don't know about all that, but it looks like she can cook. Yeah. Yeah, she can at least cook brunch. She can probably cook more than that. So, yeah. She looks like she's comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody was sitting at the table and they were eating. And she made it look, she didn't just slop it on the plate. Her presentation was nice. Yeah. Not secret ingredients. Yeah, please. Cooking? Yeah. This all started because we were talking about Lana, but yeah. And these videos. And, that's why here I come full circle. I wish I could put up all the videos and everybody look at them. And, while you're going through this page, this group of them, and this one is going through this group, does that sound like the unmasking group again? But it really isn't. Okay. I just happen to, for utility, for productivity, for getting to some of these breadcrumbs and answers. But I'm not. No, I just, I have to go through them at my own speed whenever I can get to them. Yeah. Have y'all? Can I ask y'all this question? Is it just me? I'm sure others have thought about this. Pandora's box could be open. And I keep saying, oh gosh. Mm. Hmm. What else y'all want to know about that video? I know it's the suspense for me because it's like I want to just call somebody out. That's how it feels. I want to just call somebody out. Call them right out, right up, right front and center, and just call them out. Matter of fact, there's a couple folks I want to just call them out. Call them out with a receipt because I'm not going to call anybody out without a receipt. It's like I want to call them out, ask them about this receipt, and say, do I see what I see? Yeah. Open wide and there are the jewels. Yeah. Because I think people think that I'm like, y'all think I'm dumb. I don't use that word. Although, D for D wants to say those in the dumb university or something like that. I may have not pulled it all together, all the breadcrumbs, but I'm not fooled either. No. Some people have been trying to, keep the pulling the wool over my eyes and, trying to throw me off with certain things, lead me down a different path. Yeah. Like that person that whatever happened to that person that had soap? Soap. When there's somebody used to come around, soap. um, I've just wondered where certain people sent. Some people say sunt to be around me, to keep an eye on me, if you know what I mean. They say keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Yeah, I've ever heard that. I'm sure you have. I didn't know YouTube was so political. Oh, like body soap. Yeah, like body soap. Yes. Yes, like body soap. Bar soap. Yeah. That soap. Mm-hmm. That wasn't one of them, but that one just came to mind because I don't know who that is. But I know that there was something they were trying to pull a fast one on me. They just about had me too. Just about had me. Had me fooled. Mm-hmm. Do I ask them a couple questions and they block? Mm-hmm. Just about had me convinced on something. And then they packed up their bar soap and they went somewhere else. Had one of those little smiling faces. I used to get, those little, I should have known those little smiling faces. Those little cold faces, Yeah. Yes, the bar soap. Yes. Yeah, soap. Bubble, Mr. Bubble. Is that what it was? Yeah, a troll? I just didn't know. Soap. How did you know about the soap? Cups. The bar soap. Person. A soap. That person had me so convinced. Mm-hmm. Set me up. Tried to set me up. Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I remember remember that the French author, right? Y'all remember her, right? Oh, let's see what I can find. What? Yeah, that one. The lovely one. Remember, there was a lovely this and a somebody that had a name that was had lovely, and they seemed like it was reversed or something. Where when they would come in, I couldn't tell which one was a troll. I didn't know which one to believe. Y'all remember that? And I bet there's a troll listening right now. Oh, it's so convenient. um so you remember that baby Juju? Yes. I could remember. Now that part I couldn't. I was just yeah, because I'm not always watching the chat. So we're just talking tonight. Okay, so I'm just talking. Because I think sometimes people like when I just, kind of talk like this because every now and then they might pick up something. So they listen and they hang on to see, It's like, come on, Teddy, come on. I'm waiting. Come on, come on, come on. And she couldn't read the room asking personal business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just chilling bear cave. That's what we do over here. We get chill with music or without. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like a mama bear, and yeah, cubs and the grizzlies and honey bears. They're just hanging out. Yeah. Yeah, it was like the lovely one or so there was a lovely one, right? What was the name of the other one? Because to this day I couldn't tell you that, you know. I just thought there was like a lovely one and a lovely one for you, or it had like that's what it was, like a U in it or something. But anyway, there was this lovely soap. Mhm. So I wondered, was lovely one and lovely you and lovely soaps? Yes, there you. Thank you, baby Juju. There was a lovely 2.0 and a lovely for you. I knew there was a 4 in there somewhere. And I could never figure out like really, because their messages were coming all at the same time. So sometimes I thought, I thought it was from the same person. Yeah. It was like one was a good cop, one was a bad cop, or, seemed to be supportive. And then the other would say, make comments that I thought, like, where'd that come from? Yeah. Like almost playing me because of the names being so close. And I even had to ask, from time to time in the chat, are you lovely one? Are you this one? Who are you? Mm. So the lovely, soap. Mhm. The lovely soap knew that I was, you know, didn't I say like I had been struck, right? This Sybil Tattoo, Delacroix, right? Yeah, I remember. And I was trying in all sincerity to contact her because I knew I had been falsely struck. Yeah. And Danielle was claiming that she had impersonated this author. Yeah, she just like she's done before, decided she wanted to strike my channel. And what was she doing one day? She said, "Oh, I'm going to be Miss Sibet. I'm going to claim Unwind with Teddy's art avatar. That's what I'll do. That's how I can take all of her videos down, because she uses that avatar everywhere." And YouTube, boy, was that a good plot. That was a good one. Well, this lovely person emails me, right? I found Miss Tattoo. I'll call her that. Miss Sabette Tattoo. All the way in France. She done reached out to her. Oh. Like a middle person. I hadn't asked her to do a thing for me. And of course, I'm like, at that time, I'm like, yeah. Somebody brings her to me. Yes, I want to talk to her because my channel is struck. Mm-hmm. Amazing. And I, go back and forth. She said, there's this lawyer and there's this and that. But the thing is, you gotta remove everything. All your video, everything has to come down. All of it. And I'm just thinking, at a certain point, because she almost had me convinced that this is the real deal. Even had the the email, if in France, from a street, in France is a route. Oh, I had it all. It looked real. Hmm. Then I ask her a few questions. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Why is this person contacting me? Let's see here. Oh, it's something when somebody says, I got something, but you can't, but here's the thing, you can't tell that. It's kind of like one of those, you know, it's kind of like when somebody says or sends you either an email or a letter, you know, I've got this much money but we got to keep it a secret. Like one of those. And then, but we'll split it. It's like a red flag should go blazing when somebody tells you that, or calls you. Because I say to those telemarketers, if the deal is, but I got to sign for it, for you, why do you need to call me? Why don't you just do it? I don't know you. Set up and never fall for sending somebody some money. But it started feeling like that, like I'm being set up here. Yeah, set up, and this is the experience that I've had over the years with several. I've received lots of emails. Yeah, some I've opened early on, and others I don't even click on them. Mm-mm. No. But I wondered, yeah, where's that soap lady? She slid on out of here because, um, yeah, she used to give like super chats. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost midnight. Um, I know the mob can tell. I know the mob can tell, like, when I take these long pauses and it's like, gosh, I want to say something. She was called out a few times. Y'all caught her. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Congratulations to my moderators. Yeah, we've gotta give them a hand. Yeah, give baby Juju and Vicky a hand. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know somebody's listening. They're waiting. What y'all waiting on? I'm just messing with y'all. Some of you. Mm-hmm. What? And I'm not talking to my dog. I'm looking at an email. For some reason, I thought I was going to talk about something like that, some news. Like if you're in Memphis, Tennessee, President Trump, he's going to send the National Guards there, and then something else more serious. I thought I heard about read about a black guy down in Mississippi at this college campus, and he's a freshman, and someone said that he was lynched. I had to look that up. And now they're saying it doesn't look like foul play. So I didn't really, or it looked, yeah, I didn't really want to say anything on until more information, comes out. Oh, what is that? What? Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, until maybe tomorrow to see if anything actually, comes about that. Because that's serious. That's serious. I think there's got to be more to that. Then it doesn't look like foul play. Did y'all? Did anybody hear about that? Yeah. So to clarify, that's what you want to do. You want to come back to that. So just to clarify, was it the same person? You're not referring to your initial question. Are you on to, are we still talking about the lovely person? So Cub says, someone in France claimed your picture and tried to take your channel that way. Yeah, you were gone. Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm. No, there's a real person. There's a real author. Sorry, maybe you didn't know. There was a real author. She's French. Mm-hmm. And she had a book. She has several books. Mm-hmm. And one of the books had to do with Angela Davis. And the avatar that I've used is modeled after the picture that she's used in her book. Okay. So Danielle looked up the author, or, the information on the picture. Yeah. And so she actually posed as a real person, an award-winning, best-selling New York best-selling author. Yeah. Yes. Bizarre, isn't it? I know. Yeah, she's impersonating an author. That's in my case too when it comes to copyright. Yeah, fraud. Yeah. Because yes, she used the author's name to strike me. Yeah, on YouTube. Let's see. One more thing, and then we'll say goodbye. Just bring over one of them. Yeah, here it is. And they were coming in fast. Here, I'm making a copy of it now. Yeah. Miss Bad Contact. Outlook. That should have been a clue. Video. There was just lots of videos. Just, this one. Anyone that had my avatar, she could strike. So, yeah. Content used, Miss Davis. Issued, requested by Sybil Teto, that French author, who wants to give me an opportunity to resolve copyright. Some were to remove them right away. Others were just strikes. I was fighting, I think it was like about 75 of them from her. It was a high number. Yeah. What person does that? Danielle. That's who. It's midnight. Cups wants to know, and did you know that your avatar picture came from her book? Not in the beginning. Not until. That avatar I got online. So no. And that is when it was like, wow, all right, this is real. This is something I need to respond to. Yeah. Or at least, let's see, can I talk to her? I've modified it. It's not exactly like the book. Yeah. Yeah. So I see, like, wow, that's nice. I liked it when I saw it, looking for avatars. No, I didn't go looking for a book. I went looking for avatars, pictures of, African American women or black women. And all these pictures came up. You know how they can come up. And art, and I picked one. I said, I like that one. Yeah. Very similar. This one is, the eyes turned different way, hair a little bit changed there, close, very close. So yes, but she claimed it. That's the thing. It wasn't the author, because if it was the author, this person would really get in touch with me, because I've been trying to reach out to her. Okay. Instead, someone else got in touch with me, because this person who got in touch with me gave me a deadline. Like, if you don't have it removed by noon, your entire channel is going to be taken down. Everything, everything. Well, that was 2 years ago. It was Danielle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She struck me. That's what she does. That's what she does. Impersonation. Impersonation. Aliases, different things. Yeah. It's, part of it. Somebody that had I think, a fake email address. Like fake. Yeah, just, she can be anywhere she wants to be. She can name herself anything she wants to. She has people in France that speak French, that can send things, make things look real. Eh, over in the UK. Yeah, it's nothing for her. However, she wants to pull something off. Yeah. So that's how things happen. Hmm. I like that. She just pulls names out of her abscess. Yeah. All right. Anything else? You see, sometimes I just come to the mic, just talk like this, kind of random, like hit different things that we've talked about, or maybe you have interest in going back to reviewing. And sometimes I talk about something real specific. Um, Well, we know Raquel has a media company, and All About the Tea is a media company. Trolley line runs deep. Mm-hmm. All right. It's Monday. No, now it's Tuesday. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Great chat, Teddy. Learned a few things, but there's a few things I really want y'all to learn to know about. I want to ask a question. Mm-hmm. I want to just come right out and ask it. See if it grows legs. All right. That's it for me for tonight. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. And again, condolences to the family of Pam and the friends and loved ones of Pam who passed away. Yeah. Drop it like it's hot and then run. Bolts, please. I'll go through and see, what more. Mm-hmm. What is this? But she could contact that cadet artist lady and ask her for her art that she used to use. Mm-hmm. Thank you. My moderators are keeping me on track. Great life, good conversation. That's it. Questions, concerns, email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Yes, rest in peace, Pam. I say it so much, I do. Oh, we've lost people. We have. And I could tell in Kimmy's voice she was so hurt. It was heartbreaking, really, to hear it when she came on. Yeah. Good night, all. Fly high. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.